Colby was born with congenital heart disease. What we found out soon after Colby was born, that he had a deformed aortic valve. Around about when Colby was 8 years of age, that's when the doctors came to us and said now is the time for him to have open heart surgery and repair his heart valve.
8 is a tough age for a kid to have surgeries. Academically, he basically lost a year of school because while he was there, physically, his mind was not there at all. Before the surgeries, he couldn't play sports, and so he jumped in afterwards when he was feeling better and wanted to play, and he didn't have the ability of his friends, and that made him feel terrible. And so now you've got a situation where he's struggling academically and he's struggling athletically, and that pretty much converts to having a social struggle as well. So, you know, it wasn't too long before he was getting picked on at school, and what was supposed to be a healing time for him turned into a really terrible year for all of us. And so we strategized, Daryl and I strategized about how we could help him, how we could pull him through this and get him out from that black cloud and moving in a positive direction with his life.
It was tough. After my second surgery, I'd missed a lot of school, didn't play baseball till 5th grade. I was behind, and socially and academically.
So Colby started to do a lot of work for heart charities, and one Sunday afternoon while I was watching the football, Colby came to me and said, Dad, I'm really interested in winemaking. Can we make a wine together?
The idea of Colby Red came to me. It was just one of my random ideas at first where it's like, hey, I should do this. But then eventually it actually fluctuated into a real idea. I came and proposed it to my dad, and he loved the idea.
When I finally said yes, that's where Colby then came and said, Dad, do you think it will be any good? And do you think we could sell it? And can we donate the proceeds to Heart Charity? We got a call from the Today Show when we first launched Colby Red, where they had heard about the story and saw the first Colby Red video and asked us to come on.
The Today Show was awesome. I can say what not many people have said. I've been on the Today Show, and I've been on it doing something that I love to do and something that helps other people.
We're starting to support other community events as well, and we have our first Music on the Plaza event next week where we'll be handing out Colby Red t-shirts and spreading the word about the wine, and hopefully picking up a whole bunch more people that are going to be Colby Red friends from now on.
When Colby Red first started, our original goal between Colby and I was that we were going to raise $1,000 for heart research. When Colby Red wine came about and became commercialised, we were hoping to raise $100,000. In 12 months, we've raised a staggering over $200,000. So it's pretty incredible from the humble beginnings that we had with Colby's inception of the wine. We would love everybody to go and ask their local restaurants and their local retail shops to get Colby Red in, and more people will support it. Kathy Lee and Hoda talked about the wine and the story, and they said it's the best red wine that they have ever tasted.
It's called Colby Red. By the way, everybody, that Colby Red is one of the best red wines I have ever tasted in my life.
I was blown away by that comment, but obviously happy as anything. And then the second week they came back and they said, we're still drinking Colby Red.
Gosh, no, it goes down so smooth. Delicious.
And it's the best red wine that we've ever had. But then I was down in Los Angeles meeting with some restaurant accounts about Colby Red, and my phone started buzzing in my pocket and emails were coming in like anything. And my first thing is, no, they wouldn't have talked about it for a third week in a row. And sure enough, I found out later that Kathy Lee and Hoda were again holding a glass of Colby Red wine.
by the way, we're still drinking the Colby Red.
The same glass.
Oh, and then I got the nicest letter from the man
Yes.
who owns the vineyard. And anyway, beautiful story of his 14-year-old son, and said, Dad, can't we do something to help heart disease? And he said, can't we do a wine that all the profits will go to? And his father said, of course we can. So this is the third time we're mentioning Colby Red.
We really want to make a difference for not only for Colby but for a lot of other kids.
Soon enough, I know that we're gonna hit $1 million. Hopefully we're gonna hit $1 million a year just in fundraising. And if we do that, I'm going to be super happy. I'm going to say we've reached our goal. Now what's next?